Stalking is a course of conduct directed at a specific person that involves repeated physical or visual proximity, non-consensual communication, or verbal, written, or implied threats sufficient to cause fear in a reasonable person. Anti-stalking laws first arose in California when a famous actress, Rebecca Schaeffer, was murdered in 1989 by her stalker, and several other women experienced the same ill-fated tragedy. After just a year or two, every state in the U.S. proceeded to approve and enforce anti-stalking laws. There are 4 types of stalking. They are simple obsession stalking, love obsession stalking, erotomania stalking, and vengeance stalking. In simple obsession stalking, the stalker usually seeks power and control after a failed relationship with the victim. This type of stalking accounts for 60% of the majority of stalking cases. With love obsession stalking, the stalker and victim are casual acquaintances or complete strangers. These stalkers usually have low self-esteem and tend to go after or select victims who they perceive will boost their self-esteem.
Closed captioning provided by...
I know every cat parent says it, but Lily really is the best cat ever. So I feed her the best. Blue Buffalo. When you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
Alright, I'm gonna leave the house.
I'll head that way. Bye.
In erotomania stalking, the stalker is considered delusional. The stalker is usually suffering from serious mental disorders. This type of stalker usually targets public figures or celebrities in a misguided attempt to gain self-esteem and status for themselves.
Can you tell me what you were doing in Miley Cyrus's house on the night of October the 1st?
Yeah, I live there. I've lived there for a year since I've married her.
Okay, and what do you believe you were doing in Miley Cyrus's car on the night of October the 5th?
I was going to buy groceries so I could cook her dinner. I don't understand why everyone thinks I'm crazy. We're married.
With vengeance stalking, the stalker does not seek a personal relationship with the victim. Instead, they try to elicit a particular response or change in behavior. In many cases, vengeance stalkers are seeking justice for an injustice they believe has been done to them. What are you doing to According to studies quoted from Victims of Crime organization, 7.5 million American citizens are stalked in a year, with people from 18 to 24 years old to have self-reported the higher rates of stalking. 85% of those stalkings were by someone the victim knew, and 2 out of 3 stalkers apparently contact the victim at least once a week, and sometimes more, with 78% of stalkers using more than one method of interaction. What terminates stalking? Some stalkers stop their activity toward the current victim when they find a new love interest. About 18% of the victims in the Center for Policy Research survey indicated the stalking stopped when the assailant got a new spouse, partner, or a boyfriend or girlfriend. Informal law enforcement interventions also seem to help. 15% of victims said the stalking ceased when the assailant received a warning from the police. More formal interventions such as arrest, conviction, or restraining orders do not appear to be very effective. When it comes to persistent, frightening stalking that creates risk to personal safety, the survey suggests that the most effective method may be to relocate as far away from the offender as possible with no information of whereabouts provided to the offender.